There's an old Arab proverb that says, "A downpour begins with a single drop." And the beginning of his success was a positive power of attraction that led him to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, to Jeddah, to the banks of the city of Arebia, where a modern city was founded, named the Economic City of King Abdullah.
The idea came from Mr. Sheikh Ayrus al-Isai. They are a big business family in Jeddah. They wanted to make a ceramic factory here, and they have called me to come. And we have made a feasibility study, and we discovered that it is very interesting because Saudi Arabia is a huge market. It is importing more than 150 million square meters per year and about 10 million pieces of sanitary wares. And we have decided to be in King Abdullah Economic City. It is close to the two big markets, which are the two holy cities of Mecca and Medina, where construction will continue going on, and Jeddah, of course. And from here we can export and import actually raw materials and export to all countries. Here in this area we are close to all the Gulf countries, Arab countries and African countries. So that's why we have decided to be in this location.
From here, from this new comprehensive city lounging on the shores of the Red Sea, an idea was crowned by a decision, and the plan was executed, launching a story. The story of Forsan International Industrial Complex that was ornamented by the knowledge and quality of a lifetime. This complex was launched with 3 factories, and as for the name Forsan, it was chosen by chance, and coincidence usually favors a ready mind.
The Al Forsan's industrial complex consists of 3 factories, one sanitary ware factory producing 1.2 million pieces per year, and one porcelain floor tiles factory producing 8 million pieces per year, and one wall tile monoporosa factory producing 12 million square meters. So total production of ceramic tiles is 20 million square meters. Today we are at about 75% of our capacity, and 80% of our production is being sold in Saudi Arabia, and 20% being exported to the Gulf countries and other Arab countries and African countries.
Everything is in its place, and every worker at his machine, and every eye follows a stage. And for every stage in this huge industrial complex, there is a story. Here is the ceramics factory. The various gigantic machines play different consecutive melodies, complete and completing from A to Z the story of manufacturing Forsan ceramics. From Ukraine, from Turkey, from Thailand, from Germany, and from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the minerals have names. And more than 19,000 cubic meters of these minerals are used daily. A second stage, and a third, and a 10th, and for every step there are conventions and techniques, and always high quality. Talk, talk, talk. Do you hear what we're hearing? From here, from this particular point where sands and stones are pulverized, the story of Al Forsan ceramics begins. Underground, under this ground, there is earth. We walk and feel the earth and the mud, as well as the heat of the mixture as it passes through pipes that pour into tanks and subterranean reservoirs. From here, the mixture passes in channels through various stages towards the press, where measurements are taken and pieces are molded. It takes its shape before heading in long rows towards the glazing stage to add the needed sheen. the glaze stage. Then to cleaning and drying before the design is printed, digital print. Robotic arms swing and move left and right, forward and backwards, completing the next stage. Robots that carry, like most of the equipment here, the signature of Italian brands. They are like loading carts, robotic loading cars that deliver what has been done so far to furnaces that reach 550 degrees. They are then ready for sorting into two categories, a first Class A and a second Class B. And at Forsan, B is first class elsewhere. Did we mention that quality is a tradition at Forsan?
Personally, I believe in quality products. Quality always lasts, and everybody is looking for quality in any consumer item or any item we are buying. In this Al Forsan complex, we have selected the best machineries, the best technology, and the optimum size, the biggest size machineries, and the most sophisticated and flexible. In these factories, we can produce any products we want, any item and any color, any design, we can do it. And we have really the latest and the most up-to-date technology. So this is number one. Number two, we are using the best raw materials available in the market. And we have people who are very well trained, and even here we have created a training center to train all our employees to be perfectly versed with this production process in order to produce the best quality products in the end. And with this also, it's very important to give good service to the clients. We are here to produce for our clients and to make sure that they are having the best product at the best prices.
And so from factory to factory, we continue our story. Now it is Forsan porcelain. And here the proverb is invoked that quality is knowledge, followed by behavior, then practice, and finally, execution. Here in a nutshell, an observer is assured that quality doesn't ever come by chance. Here, the stages that are passed are the same as for ceramics, but with the added luxury of porcelain. And because luxury requires refinement, the extra stage of polishing is added. Polishing. Once, twice, and thrice, pieces here are passed 3 times through the polishing lines. Here they are, fortified with insulation and resistant materials. Sizes here are bigger too, 60 by 60 and 60 by 120, as well as 30 by 60. As for the materials used, they are mainly 5 types imported from Spain, Ukraine, and Thailand, as well as types produced locally tagged by the expression 100% Saudi materials. Finally, the porcelain is sorted into Class A and B. There is also a third type labeled by the expression rejected. These go straight to destruction because Al Forsan can only lead. And this production process, with its various stages, is completed, as with its other products, according to international specifications ISO 9001. After designing, mixing, kneading, cutting, polishing, followed by the firing kiln and then cooling, it is time for packing, where the dates are registered and quality stamps are attached alongside the brand name, Forsan. Thereafter, shipments depart to all corners of the earth. We are now in the sanitary ware factory. Here too, 6 types of minerals from various sources are stockpiled. From India, London, the Czech Republic, as well as the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the minerals have names. The various materials are now mixed for 8 hours in parts, measures, and volumes, turning them into a muddy mixture that is then stored in underground tanks. These positive mires turn into 2,500 sanitary ware pieces every day, while the goal, of course, greatly surpasses this number. 7 stages are required for this process that ends with a putty that craves a design that needs a mold, and molds require pressurizing machines that, at the Forsan sanitary ware factory, are modern, electronic, and professional, with robotics involved at many stages, having a vitality that lasts and lasts and lasts. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The sanitary ware firing kiln is gigantic, able to house the products for 18 hours at temperatures surpassing 1,000 degrees Celsius. That is then lowered gradually, little by little, until they are complete, ready for packing, and finally shipping. And shipping is another secret, another helpful secret, that is exemplified by the location of the economic city of King Abdallah, where the El Forsan complex lies alongside a seaport stretching 140 million square meters on the shores of the Red Sea, linking Asia, Africa, and Europe, and able to reach 250 million consumers. The secret of El Forsan is in the mix of its materials, in its location, in the experience of its founder, and in the quality of its products using the latest Italian machinery, as well as the insistence on making a distinctive mark in the world of ceramics and porcelain production.
We are not here to compete with other manufacturers. We are here to produce the best quality products. As I said, we have selected our machineries to produce really what is the best we can do and to be flexible. So we are using designers and our technology and everything in order to be always the first to bring new products in the market, so that the customers will be very happy to buy our production. So we are not here to copy other manufacturers. Probably they will copy us.
Safety first reads the sign on the walls of the complex, and the first aid stations are many. Laboratories are dotted in the far reaches of the complex that all lead to the greatest lab of all. 1,200 workers and employees contribute to spreading the name Forsan to the far reaches of the globe. As for the Saudi ladies, here with their qualifications, they have taken their places in advanced administrative positions at the complex that promises to be exceptional and remains so. As for the innovative designs, they carry the signatures of great Italian designers. Spread over an area of 1.5 million square meters and producing 1.45 million pieces of sanitary ware yearly, as well as 8 million square meters of porcelain tiles and 12 million square meters of ceramic tiles a year. And what remains first and foremost is the everlasting promise of excellence.